All right, all right. We should be going live here soon if we haven't done so already. So let's give everybody a few minutes, short minutes here to let everybody kind of settle in. So we'll see how this works. All right. There needs to be a better way to I say whenever I just come on live that everything's all set up. So I will have to do my due diligence and find out how that works. So that way make sure that everything's as it should be. Let's see here. Huh. I think I'm missing something here. Let me refresh my page. All right, give me a second here, folks. I refresh my page here. All right, if you guys are on my YouTube channel and you guys are on, go ahead and give me a what's up. Let me know where you're chatting from. 'Cause I feel like something's not connected, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Um, I should be able to get some of these chats coming in on my panel. Awesome. 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 Hey, Xavier CL, thanks for joining. Thanks for chatting it up. Let me know again if you're already on here. Let me know where you're chatting up. If you're in the country, if you're out of the country, whatever, all that good stuff. I want to just see where everybody's calling in from. So okay, it looks like my live chat is working, so that's good. So I um, appreciate you guys saying what's up here. Okay, so let's just get straight to it. Let's knock out some stuff here. Don't forget, I have a website, Beyond the Frequency 369 .com. So if you are looking to know more about the show, the things that we're doing, the things that I'm doing, to get also a copy of my book, Cesar's Chronicles, The Anunnaki and Us, also available on Amazon as an ebook and also as paperback. So check that out also on my website. And Mindsight. You guys know I do Mindsight. If you don't, you'll see it on the website. But I also offer training. I teach you techniques that have worked for me, techniques that I picked up with other Mindsight practitioners. It's all the same, and it's online. It's online. It's for your convenience. I know that regarding Mindsight, there's a lot of people that are starting to get interested in it. But when you go looking for classes and mentors and things like that, um, a lot of you are finding seminars. You have to and retreats, and you have to fly, you know, 10,000 miles one way or the other, or it's across state or across the water, and you got to pay thousands of dollars um, in hopes that you guys might even get a chance to understand what they're teaching here. So I don't do all that. All right. Just like on my website, you'll see it right at the very top of the bar. I mentioned there's no seminars, there's no high fees on it. Stuff that's it's a price that's affordable to you. It's at a location that is convenient for you, which is your own home. If you have a camera, if you have a microphone, and you have some of the tools that I put in my website for you guys to prepare for, book yourself a session today, and see what it's all about. You'd be surprised that a lot of the clients that I've had come into the workshops or the private sessions, and they're a little bit kind of skeptical, like I'm not sure what's going to go on, what's happening. And then as we start getting into that flow state, they start seeing things, they start to discover and open other abilities. Sometimes you might come in to learn real time mindsight, and next thing you know, you're doing remote viewing or vice versa, right? um, I've seen folks where they feel like they are looking to see right in front of them the colors, the shapes, things of that nature. And then all of a sudden, they realize that they're receiving these colors and signals from their fingertips. So now they start seeing with their fingertips. And I've had one client whose window opened up at the tip of of actually, I think it was their ring finger or something, but it opened up at the tip of their finger. So as weird as that sounds, it just shows you that um, it's possible. It's also unpredictable, and that's the beauty of it. That's the adventure. That's the whole exploration behind um, testing out your dormant abilities, what they're about. Are you in control of them? Are they in control of you, or vice versa? So it's just a cool thing. So again, if you're interested, I do private sessions. Check out my website, beyondthefrequency369.com. There's a tab called Mindsight. There you'll find all the details there. And also on that website, you will also, in that same tab, you will find my next true vision, which is what I call Mindsight, because it's your true vision. It's your first vision. I have a workshop coming up on February the 7th. Okay. February 7th. So go to the website, go to the Mindsight tab, read the details about that workshop, see what it's all about. There's 11 slots total. 9 of them are paid for. 2 of those are free giveaways, and you will see there what the requirements are for the giveaway, which I'll tell you right now. 3 requirements: 1, you have to be a subscriber of the channel. 2, you have to be a paid member of the channel, and 3, you have to have a copy of my book. So as long as you have those 3, you can follow the directions on my website and reach out to me, and there's your free slot, and then you're in. So check that out for a second. All right, I had to drink water, folks. So those of you that are listening, I had to drink some water. So um Carlos, Angel Gonzalez, right? What's up, fam? Thanks a lot for joining today's live. Appreciate you saying what's up here. um Xavier, you're saying a lot of being around in this moment. I'm grateful for you expressing yourself. Truly, thank you. Hey, buddy, I thank you too. I thank you for the opportunity. I thank all of you for the opportunity. Those of you that are currently watching right now on the live, and those of you that are watching or listening on the playback, I thank all of you for allowing me to have this platform, and to express my voice and to express my thoughts and my understandings and the things that I find through research, bringing in guests and having them talk about their experiences. Um, None of this would really be happening or able to happen if it wasn't also for your contribution, for your participation. And I want to thank all of you for that from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate you. So again, thank you, Xavier, for that comment. All right. And I think I covered everything that I need to cover. So I'm not sure if there's anything else that we need to touch point on. Actually, yes, one more thing. The next week is going to be on 128, January 28th. I will be doing a live, but it will not be public. It's going to be a members only live. All right. This is the first time that I'm doing a members only live. So again, if you are a paid member of the channel, then that's live will be just for you. And what's cool about this one is I'll also activate a call-in feature. So if you are a paid member of the channel and you're on the live, instead of chatting like most of you are right now through the chat service, you guys, I will provide you a link that you guys can actually just jump on with me, like right on camera. If you have a mic and a camera, come on. You don't actually need a camera. You can just come on through audio, and that's fine too. Okay, but the as many folks that can fit on here, you guys will just come and ask your questions, have your conversations. We'll go back and forth. It's going to be fantastic, amazing. I'm looking forward to it. And also, um, I will have a guest with me just for the first time, just kind of ease things in. Um, um, just another avatar. Sorry about that. Just another avatar is one of our paid subscribers, and he's just an amazing guy. He's been supporting this channel and other channels, other friends of mine, other podcasts that talk about the same stuff. He's been supporting everybody. He's such a cool dude. Has wealth of knowledge and understanding, and more importantly, a huge heart, very open to many things, and also to express himself as well. So I will be having him join me on next week's live, January 28th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I look forward to that conversation, and I look forward for any of you, again, whether playback or here on the live, to join us, and let's just talk. Let's figure out what's going on together, right? Uh Creo, I appreciate, man. I appreciate you coming on here too. I know you're saying thank you for taking the time out of my day, but I'm thanking you. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Um, we all, I work too. I work too. So right after work, I kind of got to get a little bit of a space in between so I can transition to be able to do these live podcasts for all of you as well. And but I thank all of you as well that are joining me, because a lot of you are coming from work. Maybe you just got off, or you're on your way home, or you just got home and you still have to take care of yourself, and you have to eat, and you have to take care of kids and family. Like, I get it. So again, thank you all for taking the time to just click on the channel and listen and see what's going on. All right. Let's see here. Michelle, cool. Let me see. I should put this up here. All right, Michelle, cool. Good to see you. First time I've gotten a notification for a while. Glad to be here. Awesome. Hey, Michelle, thanks a lot. I'm glad you got the notification. All of you, make sure that you definitely do that, so that way you guys don't miss these lives and any of the other posts that I put up there as well. I did notice that as I was coming and setting things up, I had the wrong thumbnail on. Okay, I had a thumbnail from episode 15 on my live, which was something else. So I had the wrong thumbnail. So if anybody saw um that thumbnail, and you're probably thinking, oh, he already talked about that, then yeah, I did talk about it. I just kind of uploaded the wrong one. I must have done it in a hurry. So I apologize, but I did fix it. So it's for today's episode. Again, for those of you that are listening, I'm gonna drink some water again. All right, because that way, because when you're listening and you're like, where'd he go? Drinking water. So all right, so let's see here. Let me take this off here. So today's episode, let's get into this. It's called them You're Remembering Them Across Selves, okay? Um no, that wasn't actually the title of it. It's you're remembering across other selves. Okay, I think I messed that up there too. But that's the topic. We're talking about how there's multiple infinite versions of you existing in different infinite dimensional spaces, and how your thought isn't just your thought. Okay, it's not just you. There's imagine an infinite um imagine an infinite I'm losing my train of thought here, so I apologize here. Imagine an infinite amount of no, not infinite amount. There are different versions of you across the multiverse. And when they think of a thought, that thought goes into the collective consciousness. And you, like them, are a receiver to this information. So when you think that your thought is your own, it might just be you receiving one of many different thoughts that was already created by another version of you. There you go. All right, just trying to put that back together again. Um, like I said, I just finished doing a couple of things that are not esoteric related, so my mind is a little bit off, but that is no excuse. We're gonna keep things going here. So, if you don't know already, these lives I do every Wednesday. So, I want to welcome you guys back to Beyond 369, the live current, where we go beyond the guests. We do it live, and you folks, you are the current that makes it all flow. And if you're watching this live today, or if you're catching it on a replay, I am glad that you're here. This isn't about agreeing with everything that I say, it's about just listening, noticing, and letting ideas breathe long enough to feel what resonates for you. Okay. Now, all right. Before we even start that main topic, I want you to notice something. You didn't click this episode by accident. Okay. Something pulled you here. All right. And it wasn't curiosity, it wasn't recognition. All right. You click this because what we're going to talk about isn't new to you. All right. It's familiar. It's very familiar to you. Even if you've never heard words for it before, tonight I'm here to teach you. I'm not here to teach you something, but I'm here to remind you of something that you already know. All right. Let me grab some water here, guys. I apologize. I am off today. That's okay. That just means that I'm also a little bit human too, right? I have my human times. Folks, ideas are not created. All right. They are remembered. And if this statement immediately made your body react in some type of way, even just a little, that's because you felt this before. You've had thoughts arrive fully formed. You've had moments where an idea didn't feel like it came from you, but through you, right? So you've had realizations that felt inevitable the second that they showed up. And folks, that's not imagination, that's memory. So tonight we're going to talk about remembering across selves, okay? How consciousness communicates with itself across dimensions, timelines, and environments. And I want you to stay with me because by the end of this episode, it should be very, very uncomfortable to pretend you're thinking alone. Okay. And with that being said, let me actually hit my intro and we'll get this thing going. What if I told you that everything you know is just the beginning? Beyond the veil of the ordinary lies a realm of hidden knowledge, ancient wisdom, and untapped potential. A place where consciousness expands, reality bends, and the impossible becomes possible. You weren't meant to stay asleep. You were meant to awaken. Open your mind, remember who you truly are, and step with me beyond the frequency 369. Right. And we are back. We are back. Okay. All right, folks. So let me be clear about something from the start. This is not a metaphor. This is not symbolism. This is not philosophy. Okay. This is what we're going to talk about today is how consciousness actually functions. Okay. In my understanding. All right. There are infinite versions of you, not abstract, not energetic ideas floating in space, but fully real, fully physical, fully aware versions of you. Okay. Now, each version is experiencing life in a different environment, just as vividly as you are experiencing this one right now, wherever you may be at this moment. Some of those versions are only aware of their own experience, just like most of us here, most humans are, right? While others are aware of more. Okay. So there's other versions of you out there that are aware of a lot more than just themselves. They know themselves. And guess what? They also know you. They know that you exist. Okay. That's a possibility. And consciousness does not isolate itself. Okay. Consciousness communicates. All right, this is how telepathy can happen, right? Or when you go into other people's dreams, or they dream about you, or when you're just thinking of the same thought, color, word as somebody else next to you. Okay, it's shared within the collective consciousness. I want you to I want you to picture this. Imagine a massive wall of screens, okay? Hundreds, thousands, infinite. And each screen is you, okay? Each one of those screens has you in it. Different environments, different rules, different challenges. But it's the same awareness behind all of them. Now, imagine that awareness moving information between those screens, okay? Not words, not language, but impressions, insights, realizations. That's how ideas move. Okay. Not from nothing, not from the brain inventing something new, but from one version of you remembering and another version of you receiving. Okay. So, this is why inspiration doesn't feel like you have to put much effort into it. This is why forcing creativity never works. This is why alignment matters more than intelligence. You don't create ideas, you tune into them. All right. Keep that in mind. Cassandra, thanks a lot for joining the live. Good to see you on here. Awesome. Awesome. So, where was I? Let me let me ask you this. I want you to actually answer it in your head or in the chat. That's fine. How many times in your life did an idea show up before you were ready for it? Okay. I'm going to ask you again. How many times in your life did an idea show up before you were ready for it? Before you had skills, before you had the confidence, before you had the resources. And yet it stayed with you. It stayed with you. And why? Well, because it wasn't generated, folks, it was received. It was received. Here's the part that people mostly miss. Forgetting is not failure. Forgetting is part of this design. We talked about this before when you come in through the veil. Okay, it's part of it's intentional. One version of you explores, another remembers, one version of you forgets, another sends the signal. If every version of you remembered everything at once, experience would just collapse. So, this version of you, the one listening right now, is the receiver. Okay. You're not here to invent reality. You're here to rediscover it. That's why memory feels emotional. And that's why recognition hits deeper than logic. That's why truth feels felt, not argued. Okay. You feel it deep inside you. This what we call this knowing. All right. All right. And let's see here. Carlos, yes, inspiration. Inspiration, absolutely. And that was to my last question, right? So everyone listening, live or on the playback, do this with me. Let's try something new. Let me get some water real quick first. I'm trying to give you guys some kind of an example here. So here's what I want you to do. And do this while you're at home, not like when you're driving or anything. I want you to close your eyes for 10 seconds. Don't try to think. Don't visualize anything specific. Just relax your focus. I'm going to give you a moment. Just relax your focus. Just relax. Now, notice the first thought that enters your mind. Okay. Not the one you chase. No, no, no. The one that shows up uninvited. That straggler, that random thought, like, man, where did that come from? Right. And ask yourself this, but honestly, did I choose that thought or did it arrive? Did you choose that thought or did it arrive? Did you receive it? Okay. That's a rhetorical question, but you guys can answer that. All right. That that gap right there with the when you ask the when you ask yourself that question, that gap right there, that moment between silence and thought, that's the transfer point. Okay. That's the transfer point. That's where memory crosses selves. Okay. When I mean selves, that means all versions of you throughout the known universe, the unknown universe, dimensional space, realms, parallel realities, all of those. You didn't summon it, folks. You received it. You received it. Here's the part that unsettles people. Okay, it's a little uncomfortable. Your thoughts are not private events. All right, your thoughts are not private. This is why we're talking about this. Okay, they are part of an ongoing exchange between versions of the same awareness. So all your different selves, all sharing the same awareness. Okay, and everybody's receiving it. There's an infinite amount of versions of you, selves, other selves that are thinking whatever you're thinking about right now. It's not just you, it's many others. And when you get stuck in the same patterns, when the same ideas circle back years later, when you abandon something only to feel it calling you back again, that's not being obsessed. That's not obsession. That's continuity. Okay? That's continuity, folks. Another version of you has been holding on to that thread, to that thought, that memory, that idea. Okay? Let me ask you something else. Might be uncomfortable, might not. It's up to you. How many times have you ignored an idea and then just called it timing? You know, when it was actually fear, when it was actually fear. And what do you think happens to the idea when you ignore it? It doesn't disappear. It moves. It moves to another version of you that will act on it. Okay? Some people just say, "Oh, it's just bad. It's bad timing, or it's not the right time of the year, or maybe I'm not in the right mood and stuff." That's fine, but the idea exists, and if you ignored it, there's another version of you that's going to pick it up and actually act on it. So anytime that you guys have an idea of something that you want to do, like it's in your heart and you want to do, and you say, man, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for it or whatever. All that is just fear. It's just fear. And it's fear for this particular version of you. But there's an infinite amount, an infinite amount of, and then infinite versions of you, excuse me, that are picking up that same signal, receiving it, and acting on it. And then those thoughts that come to your mind about, man, if I did this, I wonder. And then when you start wondering, you start imagining what it would look like on a positive level. Like it looks great. Oh man, then I did this, then I did that. Those aren't your thoughts. That's the other version of you that's actually acting on that idea. Okay. And this one here is fun. I want you to think of something you've been circling in your life. Okay, like going back and back around to, right? not something random, but something that keeps coming back all the time. Okay. Now, don't analyze it. Instead, ask this question, but internally, inside of you: who am I becoming that already knows this works? Who am I becoming that already knows that this works? And don't answer it with words. Wait for the feeling. Wait for the calm, the certainty, the of course. Okay. And when that hits you, that feeling is memory. Okay. So let me say this clearly. You're not late, you're not behind, you're not missing anything. You're remembering at the pace required for this version of you. Okay. Some versions they sprint. They go get it. Idea comes in, boom, they take off. Okay. Some versions fall, some versions just observe. Okay. Multiverse, possibilities. In every single version of you, every single instance of you, there's a possibility that you will either do, don't, or just watch, just observe. All of them feed the same awareness. Just because you didn't do it doesn't mean another version of you hasn't done it. And the result, the success or the failure of them acting upon it gets fed into the consciousness, the awareness that you all share. And this is where you start getting your other ideas, whether they be positive or negative. And when the timing aligns, not externally, but internally, that memory comes back to you. Even though another version of you has already done it or not done it, but if it comes back to you, to this awareness, to you right now, and then you might say, you know what? I think I'm ready to do it now. I think I'm ready to do it now. And then sometimes you might even surprise yourself and you're like, man, like I kind of have an idea what I need to do again, because another version of you has already done it. They've already set the blueprint, the instruction guide on what to do, on how to do it. Maybe a year ago, you wanted to open up a new business, a restaurant, let's just say that, and you just felt like you just weren't ready for it. That's okay. Another version of you has already at that time, in their reality, in their dimensional space, they have the resources, the time, the understanding, the skill set to push forward with it. And that's cool. And then you go, and then they it feeds into the awareness. And then when it comes back to you, you have all the tools that you need. And then you move forward with it. So I want you guys to just think about that for a little bit here. Folks, I understand that this topic might be a little bit different, a little bit might be a little bit out there, but that's okay. That's what we do here. We observe, we explore through conversation, through understanding. A lot of this stuff here I've mentioned before. It's not about trying to convince you to believe any of it. If it hits you, if it resonates with you, then it's for you. And if it doesn't hit you right, that's okay too. It's not for you. This isn't the right time for you to hear this. Okay. I want to hear from you guys here in the live chat. What are your thoughts about this so far? Have you had moments of deja vu? We've all had deja vu in our lifetime. And I want to ask you, what do you think deja vu is? All right. I want to hear what you think deja vu is before I go ahead and give my thoughts and opinion on it. All right. And again, it goes with this conversation, but I want to hear from you. What do you think deja vu is? So let me know here in the comments and in the chats. All right. All right, folks. So I am I'm probably going ahead and I'm going to probably do another I say probably another 10, 10, maybe 15 minutes of this live. I actually have to cut short today, so I do apologize. Um I got family stuff I got to take care of, you know. So but I want to make sure that I don't leave you guys hanging and not do this live. And I want to also I want to say I so on my Discord page, we have the 369 Collective Discord. We're having a lot of amazing conversations popping up these last couple of days. And I encourage all of you, if you're not already um on the Discord page, and again, it's free, just jump in and see what everyone's talking about. Please join. Please join. I The more the merrier. We're sharing so much good information. We're also dissecting each other's, questions. The questions that we've been circling back over and over about ourselves, about reality, about the understanding of anything in the esoteric world. Um, so a lot of good conversations that we can easily pull into an episode or live stream and even discuss that. You know, one of the things about doing a live solo is that there's hardly not really any dialogue once we share thoughts. So I would hope that you guys, if you're a member already of the channel, I hope you guys definitely join me next week to have these conversations in person, so to speak, right, online. And also I do monthly. I just started my first one here in beginning of January. I'll start again beginning of February as well, where we'll do on the Discord. It's no live stream like how we do here on YouTube. It's really just a private, anybody on the Discord, anybody, all right, anybody can just jump on and have a conversation. We'll all just exchange ideas and thoughts and perspectives. So it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to it here soon. So folks, the next time the next time an idea shows up fully formed, the next time something feels familiar instead of brand new, and the next time inspiration feels like effort and more like, well, actually, the next time inspiration doesn't feel like effort, but more like a recognition, like a knowing, don't ask where it came from. Ask ask which version of you sent it, because you are not thinking alone. You're remembering with yourself. And once you see that, it becomes very hard to pretend your life is accidental. Okay. So that's kind of my message there for today. That's the takeaway here. This was never about creating a future. It was always about remembering who you already are. You're not alone. You have a community. Okay. You have a community, at least with my family, the Beyond the Frequency 369 family, the Discord, the social. You have a family. And if some of you are out there and you need somebody to talk to and just kind of get something off your chest, maybe there's something going on with you spiritually. Maybe you're going through your awakening. Maybe you just started, coming across a lot of information. You're not alone. Email me. Find my email on my website, beyond the frequency 369 at gmail.com, and email me. I've had many emails that I've responded to for just people just kind of asking for at least my opinion. I don't really call it my advice because I don't know if I really give advice, but my opinions, my thoughts about what you're sharing with me, you know. So again, If it's not the community that makes you feel like you're not alone, then just know that there's many versions of you out there. That if you're the center point, okay, you're the middle of it. All the way on one side is every version of you that is doing the most positive things. Think right now. Think right now. Imagine all the different things that you would love to be doing, the places, the food that you want to be eating, the people that you want to be in company with, the perfect jobs, the amount of money and everything that you're making right now. Like, imagine all of these things. And I'm going to ask you, are you imagining it? Are you creating these thoughts? Or are you just remembering what another version of you is already experiencing? And it goes both ways because we live in a dualistic reality, right? So there's both sides of the coin. You from the starting point on the other opposite end is every version of you doing the worst things that you can imagine, right? Failing at so many different things, not being successful at this, being with the wrong people, going to a restaurant, choking on a chicken bone, like, right? All the worst things that you can think of that you could be experiencing. Are you remembering? Are you remembering those thoughts, those experiences? Okay. There's an old saying that says there's nothing new under the sun. Okay. There's nothing new under the sun. Anytime something new is created, and I put that in air quotes, anytime there's a new invention, again in air quotes, the new thing that was created was based or inspired by something that already exists. Okay. I've asked this question before. The question is as follows. If I ask you right now to create a new color, can you do it? Can you do it? Any color that you come up with at this moment will be inspired by colors that already exist. That's fact. The one thing that I can guarantee you is that it is impossible. It is impossible to create a new color. Okay. Anything that you do create, like I said, is inspired by something that already exists. So if that applies to everything in this reality, in this realm, then apply that also to your thoughts. It's hard. I know it's hard to grasp your mind around that. But if everything else functions this way, then why wouldn't that? Because before something physical, before this mic, what became physical in our reality, what was it first? It was thought. Somebody thought about the idea. Matter of fact, an infinite amount of people thought about this idea, and only maybe one at the time received it and acted on it and created it. And then somebody else says, "Oh man, I thought about that too. I could have done that, but you didn't." Okay, it wasn't for you to receive at that time, or maybe you didn't have the right tools, and that's okay. Okay, but I'm trying to put this into context. Nothing new under the sun. So if that's the case for everything else, then your thoughts should function the same way. So the last thing I'll tell you regarding that is if you're ever having a really bad, tough day, some of you might be going through depression or might be just feeling like the world's just beating you down because of things aren't going right. Take a moment for yourself and remember the version of you that is doing all the great things that you wish you could be doing. This version of you, this awareness of you. Just sit there, just daydream. That's the term, right? Just daydream. Just think, 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 and remember and visualize it. And know, take back with you after 5, 10 minutes or whatever that you spend daydreaming about what you could be doing, how life could be better. Take back with you the feeling of happiness that a version of you is doing better. And if that version of you is doing better, then there's a chance that you can do better too. Because what they're doing is they're uploading the blueprint to success. And you, as the receiver, can download it for yourself. All right. I hope that resonate with anybody. So let me know. And if it doesn't, that's cool. All good. There's more lives. Folks, if you have any suggestions for topics for these lives, I talk about what comes to mind. I'm just like, I'll post a couple of things right on my YouTube posts and my socials about certain topics. So more than likely, if I'm posting something, that means that particular thought is in my mind, and more than likely, I'll probably be talking about it on a live. So just keep that in mind in the forefront. But I want to hear what you guys want to talk about too. Okay. All right, folks. I'm gonna get out of here. So as always, folks, I love you. I see you. I hear you. I am you. Continue to ask questions. Don't be afraid to pull back the curtain and take a deeper look. Push forward, always reaching beyond the frequency.